Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another home video review from us here at FlickDirect, and for today's home video review, I'm going to be talking to you guys about District 9 in 4K. If you guys did not catch District 9 while it was first released in theaters, because to be fair, it did come out in 2009, which is over 10 years ago, holy crap. The basic plot, or the basic gist of District 9 is that for over 30 years, there has been a large alien spaceship that has been over the town of Johannesburg, South Africa. I believe that's how I pronounce the name of the town. And there is a corporation called MNU that deals with the aliens, aka the prawns, that have been living in a certain town of Johannesburg, South Africa. And when there is an employee of MNU, Wickes, played by Charlton Copley, who has been sent out there to deal with the prawns, to either deal eviction notices or to say, hey, you need to do this and this way, otherwise you're getting the hell out of there. And when he comes across one house, he sees this one container that he accidentally sprays this liquid onto him, and he has realized that this liquid is slowly transforming him into a prawn. And honestly, that is the most I'm going to say, because this movie is absolutely amazing. Now, to give you all my quick review of this movie, like I mentioned, I love District 9. I think it's an amazing film, and I think it's a classic in the science fiction genre. Now, to be fair, it's only been 10 years, but I think that even further down the line when this movie comes out in, and another home video review format, like 8K or 16K for that matter, this is gonna be a standout, I feel like. Now, getting right into the audio and video quality, starting off with the video quality, District 9 in 4K is presented on an aspect ratio of 1.85 by 1, and I gotta tell you guys, I will say that 95% of this movie looks absolutely amazing. This movie, while it was released in theaters, was a 2K movie, and this is an upscale to 4K. And one thing I noticed actually is that this movie was filmed with Red 1 4K cameras. So I will say this, in the first half an hour of this film is presented as like a news type of story where it's filmed more in 1080p, and the 1080p footage looks very, very good. You notice a lot of film grain, although it's not very distracting, although it's really interesting seeing how this footage looks in 4K. But after the half an hour mark, I want to say about 35 minutes, and that's where it transfers to the more Red 1 4K footage, and holy crap, it looks amazing. As you all know, Neill Blomkamp, if you have been following him, his filmmaking career for a very long time, you all know that he is an amazing visual mastermind when it comes to visual effects. The way he is able to do physics simulations, especially with the prawns, looked absolutely amazing. And I was looking forward to seeing how the prawns would look in 4K. And I gotta tell you guys, the littlest of details from the prawns look absolutely amazing. Seeing the little pieces of their mouth just moving around, seeing the hair follicles in them, seeing the details and the close-ups, seeing how their eyebrows move, and not to mention as well that the HDR implementation really does make this movie look even better. Now, do not get me wrong, there are some aspects where the 4K does seem a little bit artificial, and you will notice it in terms of some close-ups, especially in that first half an hour, but nonetheless, this movie, I will say, looks absolutely amazing, especially after you get past that first 35 minutes. So do not get me wrong, I'm not saying that the first 35 minutes don't look good, because they look really, really good, but once you get to the actual filmmaking part and not the newsreel stuff, it looks absolutely amazing. And getting into the audio quality, District 9 is presented on a Dolby Atmos track. Now, this is what I will say. If you had this movie when it first came out on Blu-ray like myself, and let's say if you had it on, let's say, I don't know, a Dolby 5.1 surround sound, let me say this, the Dolby Atmos track on this thing is a huge upgrade. The sound effects in this movie sound absolutely freaking amazing. When you hear the sound effects, especially one in particular that blew me away while watching this movie in 4K. It's the scene where scientists are essentially testing Wickes like a science experiment, because in the movie, prawns only can use the scientific guns that scientists are trying to make work for humans, where Wickes is essentially made as a test experiment, and essentially it comes to a part where they're forcing him to use these guns, and hearing the certain sound effect, when you hear one, it's essentially like a lightning gun. I'm telling you all, when you hear the sounds from this thing, not to mention the soundscape is amazing when you hear the ambience of Johannesburg. One thing in particular that impressed me as well is that when you hear the sound effects from the prawns, certain like crackling sound effects, or cackling, I think that's the best way to describe it. It sounds like a little crackle sound effect, and it's really, really nice. There's a nice little bass when it comes to certain action sequences. The dialogue sounds very well mixed. Everything sounds crystal clear. Moving on to the special features, District 9 in 4K actually actually does include 3 new special featurettes, one of them including a Comic-Con extravaganza, to which I did not think they were going to put this on the 4K disc, but this is essentially a featurette where Peter Jackson, who produced the film along with Charlotte Copley and director Neill Blomkamp, came out to Comic-Con for the film's premiere, which I think is really, really cool. But then surprisingly, the other 2 featurettes for the 4K edition of this movie are 2 new trailers for this. Yeah, I'm not joking. And since that the 4K edition comes with a Blu-ray disc as well, the Blu-ray disc comes with the same featurettes that the original Blu-ray disc came out with. Like, for example, there's an audio commentary, deleted scenes, and if you're interested in seeing how the visual effects worked out, there's an amazing featurette that talks about the visual effects, which highly I recommend watching. So all in all, guys, what we have here is an absolutely terrific sci-fi film. By the way, fun fact, it was nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Just saying. Terrific video quality, great audio quality with some really cool featurettes. So guys, if you have not seen District 9 already, pick this up in 4K and just get ready for one amazing movie. Seriously, it deserved that Oscar nomination for Best Picture. I hope you guys enjoyed our home video review of District 9 in 4K. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell for whenever the latest videos from us go live. If you guys want to see any of our previous 2 videos, please click on it right there or there. And of course, until our next review, we will see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys.